Good morning. It's Stephen and Jennifer with Iowa Backyard Farmer coming to you here about the third week of May. It's been a little bit since we've posted anything. We've been neck deep or maybe even deeper in a plant sale. And so it's been a challenge to get anything posted, but wanted to come and give you a quick update and let you know we are still alive and wanting to touch base with you.
Yeah, and we'll show you what we've been up to maybe a little bit, the few things that we've been able to get into the garden, and maybe a peek at what's left in the greenhouse.
Yep, sounds good. Let's go.
Okay, here's kind of the view from our deck. We've got goomy berries up by the fence and blueberries down here right underneath us.
We've got some peas that are in containers as part of our pea trial this year, and we'll take a closer look at those in just a minute. Moving on over, we call it our orchard with our various pears. Our peach tree looks loaded. Looks like we need to do some thinning on that one. Yeah. And next to that, what do we have for the first time?
Pawpaws, and they actually pollinated. We grew those. You grew those from seed.
Yes, super excited to try those this year. And coming on around in our orchard, we've got our apple tree, which is loaded at the moment. Probably need to do something to protect those from the insects that can cause lots of damage for us.
Yeah, and we've got plums on this tree just below the deck.
Yep, and coming on across, we can start to see we've got 7 greenhouses set up for our plant sale, and we've sold about 2/3 of what we've grown. So hope to be able to sell a bunch more of that over the next week or two, but it's good to see those starting to empty out. And coming on across, we can see a little bit of the tops of our pea trial for our taller peas, and we'll take a closer look at those in just a minute. And then we can kind of come on around and see that we've got another greenhouse over on the other end. So that's kind of the high level overview. Let's take a quick look and see what we've got left in just a couple of greenhouses, just to give an idea of what things look like here the third week of June.
Yeah, I keep asking the kids, does it look like we're all out yet? And they're like, no. They start out really small and they keep growing bigger and bigger. So even though we sell a lot of them, they keep filling the space.
Yeah, and while we've got 52 pages of things, a lot of our greenhouses are filled with tomatoes, and everything else just kind of fills in the spaces between other greenhouses underneath our deck, on top of our deck, on pallets in the yard, in our garage.
Yeah.
They're kind of all over the place.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and very green this time of year. So we decided to plant the different peas this year, and we have really limited space until all the plants are gone for the plant sale. But we did start with some of these. What do we have here?
So this one's a super sugar snap, and it is already flowering. So it's one of the earlier flowering compared to as we look across everything.
This one was planted just a little bit earlier than the others too.
Oh, that's right. So these were planted probably 2 weeks earlier than several others. We had some kids that wanted to come do a little planting project, and so we let them fill these buckets in.
Yeah.
So I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, super sugar snap. So it is a taller one, likes the trellis. They did get a little damage from the 50-mile-an-hour winds we had just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they didn't quite want to stay on the trellis in 50-mile-an-hour winds.
And coming on around some of our shorter types, we've got some of the PLS
141.
141.
On this side, or on the right side of your screen, and on the left side is Cascadia. And these are both sugar snap peas, or snap peas, I think.
We will have to take a look and verify that. I don't remember.
I think they are.
So we got several 15-gallon containers of kind of the shorter 2 to 3 feet tall peas. Ooh, look, this one's got some apples.
A Ruby Crush or something like that. I can't remember.
It's a Ruby something. And go past our trial from a couple of years ago to see, can we grow raspberries in containers? And the answer
overwinter them.
And overwinter, and they've done really, really well.
And in fact, they're escaping. So now we need to do something else because they found their way out of the buckets.
And a couple other peas here. We've got a row of green arrow.
And these are shell peas, and they grew really well last year in the ground, and we're trying them in buckets this year.
And we've got a row of green giant here as well.
And that's a snow pea.
Yep, and Avalanche, which is...
And you can see we have a couple varieties that are super full of tendrils, and this is one. They've really really taken off.
Yep, so this is Avalanche. It's the first year that we've grown that one, so looking forward to seeing what we think of that one as we get into the peak of the season here.
Yeah, and you've got your grapevines behind you. How are they doing?
So I did get these pruned and tried to do a lot of cleanup. We do have a bunch of little...
They're just about ready to flower here.
Yep, so I'm looking forward to those as well.
And if we turn around and see if you can get a view of this one, this is
one of our 2 gummy berry plants, and this thing is absolutely loaded. If you have recommendations on how you like to use the gummies, let us know. That'd be really helpful. Walking back across past our blueberry bushes, which are fairly loaded. Good to see. Love our blueberries. It's one of the things that once we figured out the pH has been fairly easy for us to grow. And got some empty containers, so I went and bought a bunch more blueberry plants this week just to fill everything up. So taking another quick look at our
peas.
Our peas.
A lot of varieties. This is Champion of England. We got this one from Seed Savers. It said it gets about 10 feet tall. It's not done that yet.
Oh, wow.
But it'll get bigger.
Now, and Amish Snap peas, which just looking height-wise are a little bit taller than some of the other ones that we've got here, but they are flowering.
They are flowering, and they're doing really good. The idea here was that we were going to be able to plant, I planted them in a circle, and then I was going to plant tomatoes into the buckets because we have limited space, but they're kind of filled out the whole space.
Yeah, then we moved to the original Sugar Snap, about 6 inches shorter than the Amish Snap.
And shorter than the Super Sugar Snap, too, at the moment.
Yeah, but again, those were planted about 2 weeks afterwards because...
mid-April.
Yeah.
Or early April.
Got some Oregon Sugar Pod 2s here, which are much shorter compared to the others, and a little bit later. And looking at an elderberry plant that seems to be growing up through our aronia berry. So
yeah. Weeding has different forms here, and we're pulling out trees and shrubs a lot.
Yeah.
But in the back here, you've got Swenson Swedish, which is another sugar snow pea.
Yeah.
Snow pea.
Snow pea. And how far up do those go? I guess those go down, and then up here we've got the Sutton's Harbinger.
Yep. So lots of different varieties here.
And some tomatoes.
It's actually kind of a challenge to find everything. I've started guerrilla planting the tomatoes.
I'm like, oh, I didn't know those were planted.
Yeah, because usually I don't plant them quite yet, but those looked lovely and I wanted them.
Just a really quick view of one of our greenhouses that does not have tomatoes. It's kind of a basil and ground cherries, eggplants, and tomatillas house that we've got over here. And
we lost that greenhouse. We had it in a different spot, and it flipped the fence in one of our high winds. And so we put it back here, which under the maple tree does not get ideal sunshine, but it stayed put. So
yeah, and it works.
It works.
But yeah, we did add about 300 more pounds of sandbags to our greenhouses because of the crazy wind that we've had this year. So, and down here we have 3 additional.
Yeah, so this is 3 different varieties of shell peas. This is Wando here on the end, and I love this. It's nice and tall. It's starting to flower really well. This is PLS-595. Yeah, and you can see this is sort of like Avalanche, where it's super tendrils all over the place. Just kind of nice. They hang on to each other real good. It's flowering really well. And then winner chicken dinner. This is Strike, which is the earliest pea. And we've already got pods on this one. And I've already eaten some of these because...
Oh, we should wait another day to make them perfect.
But it's hard to wait.
Really hard to wait.
It's hard to wait.
Okay.
Go around this way. I don't know if I can retreat. Oh, just to your right here, up a ways, you can see the little hardy kiwis have set.
Oh, they have?
Yep.
Which plant is set?
Right here. You can see in there.
I can see that there's been, oh, back here.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Little baby hardy kiwis. These are vigorous vines. They take over the world.
Yeah.
Just a peek in the greenhouse. These are all the hot peppers. These on the end are the ones that I'm going to plant. And then you can see we still have a whole row of tomatoes. We had about 70 varieties that we sell. And I think we have another 100 that we're going to trial. So fun times in the greenhouse. But you can start to see some empty spaces now. These were stuffed full all the way across with hanging baskets and other things. On tribute to rhubarb, we've got a lot of rhubarb to harvest in this bed outside the greenhouse. A brand new planting of Cabot strawberries down here.
Yeah, we definitely need to get those mulched.
Yeah.
Tribute to our spring dandelions.
Oh, yeah, spring dandelions and thistles. I've pulled a bunch, but we've got shallots and garlic in these front beds.
Okay. So let's go on upstairs and take a quick look at the peas that we've got up there as well.
Yeah, because we've got some more in pots and in the green stock. Like I said, it's a trick to find enough spots to plant stuff in when we've got the greenhouses covering most of the garden beds.
And so this is another pea that we have not ever grown before. So first time, Snak Hero. It's supposed to be a shorter one, but looking forward to it.
But with bigger pods than some of the other ones.
Seems to be, even though it's kind of tucked up in the corner here, trying to keep it from blowing away. Let's look pretty happy in it. So really looking forward to seeing what kind of harvest we get and what they taste like.
Yeah, and just quick, the Mara de Bois strawberries and the other one. We'll talk about those another time.
Yep. So.
And I've got 2 more.
You got even more? Okay.
If you turn around, we'll plant it. And we got a bunch. So this is
little marvels here, and they were much taller before the last wind. The wind really took a hit on them.
Yep.
And then the last one up here is Sugar Ann, part of that group of products developed by the same breeder as the original Sugar Snap.
Yeah, so we'll have a test trace trial on them later, and then they'll all get moved out, and we'll do a second planting, and it'll be great.
Yeah, so if you got questions, post them down below. If you've got something that's growing that you'd like to share with us, please put those in the comments and let us know how things are going. And that is it for us today, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.